top of the iceberg, behaviour. The reason it's at the top of the iceberg is because that's the water level. That's the only thing you see of other people. You don't see their feelings, albeit if you're emotionally intelligent, you can have intuition into their feelings. When it comes to behaviour, we have peak performance and we have worst performance. So two sides to the model. What is it that gives us our behaviour? It's our emotions. That's where your EQ comes in, at that level, okay? Your emotions generate your behaviour. They give you the chemical release, the energy to make you feel good, bad, different, empowered, enthusiastic, motivated or not, sleepy, tired and everything else that's going on, okay? Emotions, you can have great ones or you can have lousy ones. When you feel great, you're likely to get peak performance. When you feel lousy, you're likely to get worse performance. So what is it that generates our emotions? Our attitude. You can pretend, this line is a pretend line for those that remember. You can feel lousy and pretend to be at your best. People can see through that sometimes. When you don't feel good but you're trying to be at your best, it'll also make you really tired and really emotional as well, because it's hard work when you're pretending to do something and then you're trying to be, you're doing something and trying to do it at your best but you're not really in it. It's very, very tiring with that. Our attitude generates our emotions. Positive, oh, my voice went all squeaky then, didn't it? Positive attitude makes us feel great and we get peak performance. Negative attitude makes us feel lousy and we get worse type performance. What is it that gives us our attitude? Our beliefs. Our beliefs. If we have inspiring ones, we have a great attitude and so on. If we have self-limiting beliefs, and I'll be talking about a little bit of that later at 11:30 when we do the imposter syndrome at 11:30. Self-limiting beliefs give us a negative attitude, make us feel lousy, get worse type behaviour. What is it that gives us our beliefs? And bearing in mind to a neurologist, a belief is just a pathway in the brain. A pathway that you've gone over and over and over and over and over again. For those people that have seen me do dendrite work before, you would have remembered the pathways that we talked about. Our input or thinking drives our beliefs. So that's the IQ, okay? This is where your intelligence is. All the stuff that you input and it generates your level of filing cabinet, okay? Your filing cabinet is then built with beliefs, attitude and feelings. And then it comes out in your behaviour. So all of that stuff is filed. So it's not just a memory filed. Well, it is a memory filed, but if you think of a memory, a really vivid one, it won't just be the picture that you can remember. It'll be the feeling. It'll be maybe what you said. It'll be emotive, because all of that is what's in your filing cabinet or your hard drive or MIC, your SSD drive or USB, whatever you've got in your head, yeah? It's all filed in there. But it comes through that input, which is your perception, if you remember here, your perception, 7 things at once on average every 7 seconds. Okay? So, we know how that works. It's the input that goes in first, comes out in your behaviour. This is why, if you look at somebody else's behaviour and they've done something you don't understand, all you're doing, excuse me, is perceiving their behaviour. You can't see the rest of this. Just like an iceberg, the rest of this is under the water. You can't see it. You might have some intuition in their feelings if your emotional intelligence is high, but you can't see their attitude, you can't see their beliefs. And you certainly can't see their thinking that's going on. So you only see behaviour, which is why sometimes we see somebody, we make a quick judgment, and then we don't get on with them, or we can't influence them, and our EQ stays quite low. So knowing this type of stuff, this is a cognitive behavioural model, by the way, guys. So again, when it comes to self-education, if you want to Google cognitive behavioural models or look on TED Talks or something like that, you can learn all about this stuff, and it helps with the emotional intelligence piece. So you've got 2 choices with this. You can have bad input or good input, and you can choose how it comes out in your behaviour.